Rather than slowing down for the winter, the housing market right here in California is showing signs of accelerating as we enter December. Now, both the backward and forward-looking indicators suggest that November and December will maintain the double-digit pace in closed sales and that prices will be up by more than 10% this year. Rates remain low and several key macroeconomic indicators also improved last week. And yet, even as we near the proverbial light at the end of the tunnel for the pandemic, there are several key challenges that remain before we can fully put this crisis in the rearview mirror. Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I am Tara Coyle with Coyle and Verberne Real Estate and Exp Realty. And please, before we get started, make sure that you're subscribed. Don't forget, hit that button, ring that bell, make sure that you're subscribed so that you never miss one of our awesome and informative video uploads. Now today, what we're going to do is we are going to review the California Association of Realtors' latest Market Minute Report. And in this report, we're going to discuss the most current data about how our housing market is doing right here in the California area. Market activity remains strong. Now, despite a slowdown in the market activity, home sales remained relatively robust. And indeed, compared to the same week in 2019, there were 4.1% more homes for sales over Thanksgiving this year. In addition, this week's data shows that annualized growth averaged double digits throughout the month of November. So the monthly figures are likely to be up by more than 20% again this month. Now, buyer demand is not slowing down. November closed out on a strong note from a buyer demand standpoint, and the number of new mortgage purchase applications was actually up 28.1% from the same week in 2019. And this is really interesting because it's the largest increase since early September, and it shows that the buyer demand remains unseasonably strong for this time of year. In fact, during Thanksgiving week of 2019, showings logged through showingtime.com dipped below their weekly average by more than 26%. However, in 2020, our showings remained nearly 90% above their weekly average levels and are still more than 157% ahead of 2019's pace. Now, Realtor Optimism still improves, and although sales activity declined during the holiday week, California realtors were more optimistic about the future in their weekly survey. The percentage that expect listings to increase this week was up 2.1% from the week before, and in addition, there was a 12.6% increase in the percentage of realtors that expected an increase in sales. When we look at forbearance recovery stalls, what we see is that after many consecutive weeks of falling percentages of mortgages in forbearance, the past 2 weeks have seen more homeowners seek mortgage relief. Now, this highlights the ongoing challenges that the economy and the housing market still face, even as tremendous progress has been made. Many workers remain on unemployment, and critical assistance programs that have provided aid for those in financial distress up to this point have or will begin to expire soon. Of course, COVID cases are surging in California, and the number of new coronavirus cases in California has hit a new all-time high during the week of Thanksgiving, with more than 18,000 cases reported on a single day last week. Now, this has caused the state to impose tighter constraints on economic activity, and it will likely have implications for the housing market as renters and homeowners face associated impacts to their incomes. Tight supply is hurting affordability. The number of new listings coming onto the market continues to fall, and the holiday week brought an acceleration in that trend. The total number of active listings, which peaked in May of this year, instead of the typical July timeframe, which is more typical for our area, is at its lowest yet. And although some of the median price growth that we've been reporting has been inflated by a higher percentage of high-priced homes, prices still are going up much faster than incomes. This is ultimately going to present an obstacle for many would-be homeowners that would like to take advantage of historically low interest rates. Now, the housing market continues to be a shining star in the United States economy, and California, of course, is enjoying the same robust surge in buyer demand that has been propelling sales for several months now. However, we still face headwinds, and the next few months are going to be critical in determining how quickly the rest of the economy can recover during the second half of 2021.